In our previous video, we have seen how to add reactive form to our application. That is by logging in by providing in username and password and click on login button. Here welcome message will be displayed. On click of this welcome message will be navigated to edit your profile page. This page, whatever the form which we are seeing now, we have implemented using reactive forms. But we have not implemented so far the validations for this reactive forms. Whenever I'm providing and whenever I'm not providing a proper first name and last name, the validation message has to be displayed, and it should not allow us for to submit this edit your profile page by clicking on save button. So in this video, let's see how we can implement validations for this reactive form. Let's switch to Visual Studio Code. Here we have profile.component.ts inside our user folder of app. Okay, so inside ng on init method, let's provide validators here by passing as second parameter for this form control. So we had passed first parameter as current user dot first name, which comes from the auth service, and similarly let's pass validators dot required. Okay, and here this validators comes from forms module. So we have to import along with form group. We also have to import validators over here. Okay, and similarly we have to pass for last name as well. Validators dot last name. Sorry, validators dot required. Okay, because we want to display this required validation message on our form whenever we are not providing an input value there and we are trying to submit it. Okay, after providing these validators, what is the next step is, if we observe previously, we had provided this method, that is save profile method, which used to take form values and used to update the current user with first name and last name. Latest updated values it used to update and navigate to the events page. That is, if you see in the application here, whatever the first name and last name, we are providing the updated first name and last name and click on save button. It will save the updated value and it will update the welcome message over here, and it will navigate to the all events page that we had implemented previously. But here if you observe, for this form there is no validation. Even if the form is valid or even if the form is invalid, on click of save button it will save and it will navigate to the all events page. So instead of that, we will provide a condition over here such that only if the form is valid, it will allow us to update the current user and it will navigate to the events page. So let's provide a condition over here, that is, if this dot profile form is valid, only in that case it should update the current user and should navigate to the events page. Okay, now here we are checking the profile form is valid or not. Where this profile form property comes from, we have already taken it from here, that is form group. We have created a form group with first name, last name and last name. Okay, and we are making use of this profile form property, okay, which is type of form group. If you observe here, this profile form property is form group. Okay, from that we are making use of that here, and we are checking whether the form is valid or not. If its form is valid, then only we are updating the current user. Okay, so these two changes we did, that is validators dot required we added for first name and last name, and we have also implemented a condition which will check whether the form is valid or invalid. Okay, so what next we have to do? We have to provide some styling for this, because whenever we want to indicate user that the provided values are incorrect, that is, we want to prompt the user to provide proper values by displaying a required message here. If you observe, if you want to display beside this first name label, I want to display required message whenever I'm not providing a proper value here in this input box. So to provide that, let's do some styling. Okay, so let's provide some styling over here. Okay, styles, and for the styles I want to provide with emphasis style. Okay, and I want this to float to the right. I want this to float to the right, and color of the text to be red, and padding to the left with 10 pixel. Okay, this one. Then what else I want to provide? I also want to provide an error message for this input with background color, background hyphen color E3, C3, C5. What does this indicate? This is the hex code, hex color code for the provided color value. Okay, so if we provide E3, C3, C5, it will provide rose gold color. So how it will be displayed over here for this input tag, that is input field element here. For example, if it is first name, this box, whatever the input box, should turn rose gold color. Okay, which will indicate that we have not provided a value over here, or we have not provided a proper value over here. That will indicate us that we should provide a value for this field. Okay, background color. Now again, I also want to display with error, that is with hyphen webkit for the placeholder. Okay, input hyphen placeholder, and I want this color to be gray, hash 999. Okay, so what is this placeholder? If you observe here, if you remove this first name, you can see enter first name is getting displayed over here, which will prompt the user to enter the first name. This prompt message I want to display in gray color. That is what this placeholder means. I want to indicate this by using gray color, the text, and background color should turn rose gold if we are not entering anything. And what else? And the other one is the text. What is the text? That is the required validator which we have provided over here. That required message should be displayed to the right, float to the right, that is right of this label here. Required should be displayed, and it should be displayed in red with padding left 10 pixel. Okay, these are the styling which we have provided so far. Now what else we have to do? We have provided the validators, that is by passing a second parameter for form control. We also provided a condition over here which will check whether the form is valid. Then only it will save the updated current user details. Okay, and we have implemented, and we have provided styles as well. What was the validation message, how it should be displayed with the colors, we have provided. So what else is remaining is, in our HTML, that is profile.component.html, we have to make use of these styles to provide validation messages. By making use of ng class directive, we can make use of this error, and then we can provide proper validations by checking with a condition. Okay, we have implemented profile.component.ts so far. In the next video, let's implement profile.component.html. Okay, so that we will be providing validation message for our reactive form, which we had implemented for edit your profile page. Okay, let's see that in our next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment and share this video, and kindly subscribe to my channel in order to watch more videos.